The last table. I remember the first time I tied this bow tie. My hands were shaking so badly I had to start over 3 times. 22 years old, fresh from a village where the fanciest meal was served on banana leaves, and here I was standing in the grand dining hall of the Imperial Grand Hotel. The chandeliers above me held more crystals than stars I could see from my childhood home. I thought I'd never belong here. But Mr. Peterson, the head waiter, he saw something in me. He adjusted my tie that first day, looked me straight in the eye, and said, "Son, we don't just serve food here. We serve moments. We serve memories. Never forget that." I didn't understand it then. How could I? I was just trying to remember which side the fork goes on. But 38 years later, as I stand here folding these same white napkins into perfect swans for the last time, I finally get it. Every single word. You see, I've served thousands of tables. Tens of thousands of meals. I've poured champagne for lottery winners and water for the heartbroken. I've watched marriage proposals and business deals, first dates and final goodbyes. And somewhere along the way, these strangers became my story. There was the elderly couple, Mr. and Mrs. Chen. They came every Tuesday evening for 17 years. Same table, corner by the window. He always ordered the salmon, she always had the vegetable risotto. When Mrs. Chen passed away, Mr. Chen still came every Tuesday for 6 more months. He'd sit at that table, order her risotto, leave it untouched, and just stare out the window. I never asked him why. Some silences are sacred. On his last visit, he held my hand and said, "Thank you for never making me eat alone." I cried in the kitchen for 20 minutes after he left. I've learned that you can tell everything about people by how they treat their waiter. The billionaire who says please and thank you is rich in ways that matter. The middle manager who snaps his fingers, he's poor no matter how much is in his bank account. There was this young woman, Sarah, who used to come in every Friday, always alone, always with a book. She'd order the cheapest thing on the menu and make it last 2 hours. I could tell money was tight. So sometimes the kitchen would make mistakes, accidentally prepare an extra dessert or soup that would just go to waste otherwise. Funny how those mistakes only happened at her table. 3 years later, she came back, this time dressed in a business suit, with a man and a ring on her finger. She asked for me specifically, hugged me tight, and whispered, "I got through law school because of those mistakes. Thank you for seeing me when I felt invisible." I never told her that being seen is the least we can do for each other. My feet have walked probably 10,000 miles in this dining room alone. These shoes have been resold 16 times. I've worn out 47 bow ties. I've memorized the creaks in the floorboards, Know which tables wobble, which chairs squeak, where the afternoon sun hits hardest. This room has been my church, my stage, my home. I've served celebrities who treated me like furniture and homeless people who wandered in by mistake and apologized for breathing our air. I've served both their children's graduation dinners and their parents' funeral receptions. Birth and death, success and failure, hope and despair, all served on the same white tablecloths. There was one night, a terrible storm, when a family got stranded. Young parents with a baby who wouldn't stop crying. They were embarrassed, kept apologizing. I brought warm milk for the baby, sang an old lullaby my mother used to sing to me. The baby fell asleep in my arms while they ate. The mother cried. She said it was the first time in 3 months they'd finished a meal together. Sometimes the greatest service is just giving someone a moment to breathe. I've broken exactly 3 wine glasses in 38 years. I remember each one like you remember heartbreaks. The sound of shattering still makes my stomach drop. But I've also caught probably 50 glasses mid-fall. Reflexes you develop when you care enough. Young Marcus, the new waiter they hired to replace me, he reminds me of myself all those years ago. Nervous, eager, afraid of disappointing people. Yesterday I showed him how to carry 4 plates at once, how to read a table's mood, how to be invisible when needed and present when required. I told him what Mr. Peterson told me: we serve moments. We serve memories. He nodded, but I could see he didn't quite understand yet. That's okay. Understanding comes with time, with every family celebration, every quiet anniversary, every lonely soul who just needs someone to smile at them. This job, it's taught me that everyone is fighting battles you know nothing about. The man who sent back his steak 3 times, his wife had just asked for a divorce. The woman who left $100 tip on a $20 meal, I later learned she'd just gotten news her cancer was in remission. The teenager who seemed rude and distracted, his father was deployed overseas and he was terrified. We're all just walking each other home, aren't we? Sometimes that walk happens to go through a dining room. My children used to ask me why I never pursued something more. More money, more prestige, more whatever society says matters. How do I explain that I've had a front row seat to the human experience? That I've been trusted with people's celebrations and comforted them in their sorrows? That I've been part of thousands of stories, even if I was just in the margins? This work, it's holy work if you do it with love. Tomorrow, someone else will fold these napkins. Someone else will greet the guests at table 12. Someone else will know that Mrs. Rodriguez likes extra lemon in her water and that the anniversary couple always requests the song that was playing on their wedding day. But tonight, it's still mine. Tonight, I'll stand here one last time, in my perfectly pressed uniform, my bow tie straight, my shoes shined, and I'll do what I've always done. I'll serve moments. I'll serve memories. And when I walk out those doors for the last time, I'll carry with me every smile, every thank you, every story that unfolded at these tables. I came here a boy from nowhere, thinking I was just serving food. I leave a man who understands that there is no such thing as just anything. Not just a waiter, not just a meal, not just a moment. Everything matters when you serve it with your whole heart. Mr. Peterson, wherever you are, I finally understand. Thank you for teaching me that the greatest privilege in life is being part of other people's stories, even in the smallest ways. This has been my honor. This has been my life. And I wouldn't change a single service.